Once, there lived a man called Mr. John, a kind-hearted man. He has been searching for a job all to no avail. On this fateful day, after a fruitless job search, he became frustrated. On his way home, he came across a bread seller called Jesse. Jesse is an hard-working boy who hawks bread on the street to make a living for himself, since he was dejected by family members after the death of his parents. Mr. John took pity on Jesse and gave him some money. Jesse was very happy and appreciated Mr. John for his sacrifice. On his way home, Jesse met Kent the beggar, a chronic beggar who begs every day just to survive. Unfortunately, the door was shut at him that day. Jesse had pity on him and gave him part of the money that was given to him by Mr. John. Kent the beggar was full of joy and appreciated Jesse, who gave him out of little he had. This is Prince Benjamin. He loves walking around without guards as he wants to be free with the people. But unfortunately, some hoodlums saw these as an opportunity to beat him and strip him of his valuables, and left him unconscious on the floor. Different passer-by came, unknown to them was the same prince of the land. But they all neglected the dying prince. Then comes Kent the beggar, who saw an unconscious man on the floor. He took him home and treated him of his injuries with the money given to him by Jesse the bread seller. The king and the queen were worried. They have not seen their son 4 days now. Where could he have been, they wondered. The prince was well again, and he took Kent the beggar with him to the palace. On seeing their son, the king and the queen became happy and ordered for a royal banquet in honor of their son. The prince narrated his ordeal to the king and how poor Kent the beggar saved his life. The king was full of praise for Kent the beggar, and he asked Kent the beggar, "My dear Kent, what would be your greatest happiness?" "Anything you say, I will do it for you." Kent replied, "My greatest happiness is to see Jesse the bread seller happy, because out of his poor state he offered a hand of help to me." The king was shocked of his request and ordered that Jesse be brought to him. Jesse was standing before the king, and the king asked the same question. "My greatest happiness is to see Mr. John happy. Even though he had a frustrated day, he gave me a reason to smile." Still shocked by his response, the king ordered for Mr. John. Mr. John appeared before the king and was asked the same question. "My greatest happiness is to get a job," he replied. The king marveled at the role each played in saving the life of his son. He offered a job to Mr. John and compensated Kent and Jesse with a huge sum of money. Several years later, Mr. John is now the CEO of his company. Jesse is no longer selling bread. He now owns a bread factory. Kent is no longer a beggar. He is now a businessman who imports and exports merchandise. The greatest happiness ever is to promote the greatest happiness for the greatest people.